Hi there, this is Stratton, and welcome to the Wrestling Time Post Show. It is Saturday, November 30th, 2024, and tonight I'll be talking about Survivor Series WarGames, and joining me for this review is none other than Michael 101591.
How you doing, guys? Thank you to Tilla once again for having me.
It's always a pleasure having you on the channel, Michael.
Thank you. I always love doing these reviews with you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so one of the most I guess you could say anticipated WarGames match was the men's WarGames match. It was the original Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. And we're going to start things off talking about this match because I felt like this match had so much, like I think there was a lot of hype surrounding this match.
There was.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but on commentary, Michael Cole said that Roman Reigns debuted at Survivor Series in 2012 as a member of the Shield and as a mercenary for CM Punk.
Yeah. Yeah, I did overhear that.
So when we got to, I think, the third member of the new Bloodline, Solo Sikoa actually stopped Tangaloa from going, and he sent Fatu instead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I thought that was interesting. And then over on the original Bloodline side, CM Punk was stopped by Roman Reigns from entering the match, and he sent in Sami Zayn. And then later on, CM Punk walked in front of Roman to enter the match.
Which that was kind of cool, though.
Yeah,
because I knew that Roman was gonna probably enter last.
Same. You know, I like how during the match, like Roman, like he refused to help CM Punk to his feet. He helped Sami and he helped the Usos, but he didn't help Punk. And then like Paul Heyman had to come down and remind them that they need to win this.
That they got to work together.
Yeah, it was basically can they coexist? The
thing
that WWE does best.
Good old Vince McMahon type saying, can they coexist?
So I have to say, like, one of the things that I did like was that we got some seeds for the Gorillas of Destiny versus the Usos here, which I actually really liked. We should, hopefully we get that match down the road.
It probably will.
So we had hints of it here. I had to say, like, probably the moment for me that for this match had to have been, even though he missed, had to have been that tsunami from the top of the cage.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite spots in the match there.
Yeah, CM Punk saved Roman from that, though.
And Bronson Reed just went through that table. That whole table just split that quickly.
He didn't get up after that. I thought he was done for.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk Can we talk about how Jacob Fatu was just a Terminator in this match?
Yeah, Jacob Fatu was certainly a highlight during this match. For it being his first WarGames match, he did a really good job.
Yeah, that shot that CM Punk did with the toolbox of Jacob Fatu, and then he got up like that. I was like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. So this was really good. I thought this was a really great match. You know, Punk and Roman Reigns having the stare down, and then you know the original Bloodline and CM Punk win after Solo Sikoa takes a super kick, a double super kick, a haluva kick, a GTS, and a spear. So I actually like that finish, and you know I like the fact that at the end everybody was celebrating with CM Punk except for Roman, and you know Punk hugged Paul Heyman as he exited the cage, and he reminded him that he still has a favor.
You kind of heard the mics like very loud there.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could hear what like they were saying.
And honestly, when this happened, when everybody was on the ramp and they did this was a cool shot to see, but I really thought The Rock was going to come out. because I was like, okay, this ending is taking a while. Like, what's going to happen? Is somebody coming out? Is it The Rock?
Yeah, they teased it. They thinking that, maybe The Rock was going to be there. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
Because what I thought The Rock would come out in the new Bloodline. Like, I thought that he would come out, have a moment with Roman, then walk to the ring, and the new Bloodline would leave with him,
Yeah.
So
Although I was thinking, oh, maybe Paul Heyman was going to do something. Maybe Paul Heyman was going to turn in the match here and join the new Bloodline.
Mm-hmm. So it seems to me like there are some people saying that that means that The Rock is probably going to go after Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like I said, I had fantasy book the scenario in my head where The Rock would leave with the new Bloodline, and then on SmackDown, as Solo always said, losing has consequences, and they would kick Solo out of the group because there is reason to kick Solo out of the group. I mean, he was the last person standing for his team, and he lost. I thought they were going to kick him out Evolution style.
I would expect that to happen at some point.
Same. But it'll probably happen when The Rock rejoins the storyline.
That might not happen until the new year.
Yeah. I can see that for sure. All right. So tonight's WarGames kicked off with the women's WarGames match. It was Team Rhea Ripley versus Team Nia Jax. Raquel Rodriguez, I didn't realize this until somebody pointed out, but she was paying homage to Victoria.
I didn't even know that.
Me neither.
I totally blanked on that.
Same.
It's been so long since Victoria has been in WWE.
Mm-hmm. So it was Naomi's birthday, which is why she came out with the little birthday hat.
Happy birthday to Naomi.
Happy birthday to Naomi. So I honestly I have to say, Io Sky doing that drop with the trash can from the top of the cage, that was pretty cool.
Typical
and Tiffany Stratton, doing the swanton to Team Rhea. Well, Io Sky did the moonsault to Team Jax. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. There was also they were teasing the cash in there.
Yeah, they were. They did just a cash in, and Raquel Rodriguez told her, "What are you doing? Like, why would you cash in the middle of the match?"
It would have been the first ever cash in on in a WarGames match.
Yeah, I like the fact that Naomi and Bianca powerbomb Nia Jax to the table.
That was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. So, of course, Rhea Ripley gets the win for her victory after she hits the Riptide to Liv Morgan through a table, which can only mean that we're going to get another match between them.
Yeah.
So this feud has to end. I really hope that if they do get in their match, Rhea just takes her title back and this feud is over. I'm so tired of this feud.
Me too. I'm over this feud. And the women's WarGames match, this was awful.
It was okay, but I certainly like the men's WarGames match a lot better.
And yeah, the men's WarGames match was much better, but that women's match, geez, it was awful. So many botches. The crowd was just quiet throughout it. They didn't even care about it. This whole women's WarGames match was just thrown together at last minute.
Yeah, the crowd certainly didn't help because they really were not into this match. I feel like if they actually made us care about this match, the fans would have been a lot more invested.
And the NXT probably women's match at Deadline this Saturday will probably be a whole lot better than the women's WarGames.
I don't know what the women's match is, but okay.
Yeah, we all know Datil does not watch NXT.
Nope. So next we get the U.S. title matches: LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Let me tell you something. I was really surprised by the fact that Shinsuke Nakamura defeated LA Knight. Yeah, I didn't even care for this match because I was like, if Nakamura is going to lose this, there's no way he's going to win. So I was really so the finish caught me by surprise.
Well, since you said, oh, you didn't, you knew that Nakamura was going to lose, but he came back, and you already don't want Nakamura to lose a match since he just finally came back. But I gotta say, I like that Nakamura won. He needed the win, but did he need to win the title? No. I think that they should have booked this a whole lot more better. Like, just have this should have been non-title to me, and we could have had another build between Nakamura and LA Knight, and then at Saturday night's main event, we have LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the title, and Nakamura would beat LA Knight there at Saturday night's main event instead of tonight from what we saw.
I have to agree with you. I feel like they really rushed this title match.
Mhm.
And I feel like they should have built Nakamura and LA Knight more. And like you said, this could have been a non-title match, and then you had Nakamura win at Saturday Night's main event.
Because this was just thrown together in like what 2-3 weeks.
I'm really surprised that neither Andrade nor Melo, who were feuding with LA Knight, won the US title, but yet they gave it to Nakamura despite the fact that this was just this has been such a short feud. So
yeah, you kind of feel bad for Andrade and Carmelo Hayes now.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see where we go from here now that Shinsuke Nakamura is the US champion. All right. So we got a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. It's Bron Breakker versus Sheamus versus Ludwig. Because this was actually a good match.
This was the best match of the night.
Like,
along with the men's WarGames.
I agree. This was a really good match. But Bron Breakker ended up walking away after he speared Sheamus twice. So he successfully retained his title here. And that IC title just keeps escaping Sheamus.
Yeah, because it's the only title that he's never won.
And he has to win that title in order to be considered a Grand Slam champion.
Will he ever get to that? Maybe. I see probably Sheamus getting that in the new year. Start off the new year good for Sheamus and have him win the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah. And he's not the only one. John Cena also hasn't won the IC title either.
Yeah, too. But that's a missed opportunity on WWE back in the day.
And since Sheamus was the one that got pinned here, I'm assuming the feud between Bron Breakker and Sheamus is still going to continue. I don't think it's over.
No, it's definitely going to continue. It's not done.
And Ludwig Kaiser is going to continue playing a factor until Sheamus takes care of him. Right. So last but certainly not least, we had the World Heavyweight title matches, Gunther versus Damian Priest. I have to say, like, I had not foreseen, but I kind of suspected that what was going to happen was going to happen.
This was the rematch from SummerSlam.
Yeah, Gunther was victorious after he put Damian Priest to sleep. But prior to that, Finn Balor got involved in this match, which of course he did. We all kind of suspected that's what this was going to go. And then and I'm not sure if you saw, but post show, Damian Priest attacked Finn Balor, and then Judgment Day attacked Damian Priest, which means once again we're doing Balor versus Damian Priest. And honestly, just like Liv and Rhea, I'm pretty sick of this feud too.
Same, but Attila messaged me about that post attack while I was recording my review, which my review is now up on my channel of Survivor Series tonight. But she was like, "Oh, did you watch the post attack?" I was like, "No," and she told me the Judgment Day end up attacking Damian Priest. And I'm like, oh, I'm not surprised there. I saw the video on WWE's YouTube channel. It did nothing for me.
Once again, Adam Pearce has no control over his locker room.
Yeah, Adam Pearce came out there to try to separate the Judgment Day from Damian Priest.
Not to compare, but you don't see this chaos on SmackDown.
Yeah. Nick Aldis knows how to control his guys on SmackDown.
You know, missed opportunity to do Pierce versus Aldis.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how that would have went though if they did.
Well, you could do Team Aldis versus Team Pierce.
That should be next year's WarGames match for the men.
Right. All right, but I mean, like, I knew Gunther was going to win, but I feel like where does Gunther go from here now? I think he gets to move on to a new opponent. Maybe CM Punk. Maybe that's a favor that Punk was asking.
That's a money-making match.
Yeah. Maybe that's the favor that that CM Punk wants.
Or from what I was thinking, two scenarios. Maybe they do Damian Priest versus Gunther again, which I don't want to see. Or we get a triple threat where we have Gunther versus Damian Priest versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship. No, for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I honestly don't want to see Gunther versus Damian Priest. Gunther doesn't really strike me like the kind of guy that would give Damian Priest another match, especially after he put him to sleep. But I do definitely see another match between Finn Balor and Damian Priest, which I think is pointless because unless Finn Balor emerges victorious, there's no point.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, my biggest issue, I know this is going off topic a little bit, but my biggest issue with the whole Terror Twins versus Judgment Day feud is the fact that the Terror Twins kept getting the upper hand and pretty much seemed like they won this feud. You know,
they were getting beaten down by the Judgment Day.
Yeah, mostly. But that's a discussion for a different day.
Yeah.
Overall, on a scale from a 1 to Sean Spears' perfect 10, what did you think of Survivor Series?
I thought Survivor Series was decent. It wasn't great. I have to say it wasn't as good as last year's WarGames. So, but as a show, I would rank it a 7 out of 10. If you took out the Women's WarGames match and you just started off the show with LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship, I think this would have been maybe an 8 out of 10 for me.
So. Okay. I do agree. This was a decent show. Wasn't as strong as last year's WarGames match. I do think of the two WarGames, the women's was certainly the weaker of the two. So I have to give this a 7 as well. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view. It's just, it could have been a lot better.
Yeah, I agree too. I say it could have been better.
Yeah, definitely.
Me and Patel think alike.
Great minds think alike, that's for sure. All right, so Michael, as you get ready to sign off, where can people find you?
Well, you guys can find me at my channel here, Michael101591. I do WWE reviews, Monday Night Raw every Monday, SmackDown every Friday. I review AEW Dynamite every Wednesday. Review the PLEs. I do DVD, Blu-ray, 4K updates, movie reviews. I have old school commercials on my channel. So if you're very nostalgic for all that stuff, definitely come over to my channel and subscribe. And, like I said earlier, my Survivor Series WarGames review is now up on my channel. So after you're done with Tatilla's live stream, head on over to my channel and check out my full Survivor Series Survivor Series review, where I go, into the match, discuss move to move of the matches that we saw, and check it out. Check out my channel.
Definitely. And you guys can follow me on Twitter or X at @this_. I talk Raw, SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, occasional Saturdays and Sundays. I did do an unboxing of my AEW Upper Deck trading cards. So if you're into trading cards, feel free to check that out.
That was a good video.
I do one every year whenever the new box is released. And then, of course, for all things TNA, you can catch me every Thursday on Body Slam. I didn't cover Friday Night SmackDown because of TNA's Turning Point. So if you're curious to hear my thoughts and opinions on TNA's Turning Point, like I said, you can check me out on Body. check out my review on Body Slam. But
And
with
since
that being said,
Priscilla didn't review SmackDown on Friday, I reviewed it. So check on over to my channel where I go in depth on the show.
yeah, exactly. Michael did the review. You guys want to interested in checking out
I always help out.
review.
I always help out Attila whenever she doesn't review like SmackDown or misses a show. So you have a backup, guys. On my channel.
Yeah, exactly. But anywho, thank you guys all so much for watching and for the continued support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And I'll see you guys Monday after Monday Night Raw. Bye.
Bye.